Sanibonani nonke on this Heritage Week. This week I'm a wreck. Angifuni uqamba amanga. I don't want to lie and I don't want to pretend. The Heritage Week for me is hell. It's one of those days where the pain of the memory is just, overwhelming, and I'm gonna pretend. So please bear with me. There might be a tear or two as I go along, but it's the 24th, 25th, 26th. It's the day. September is the day when I lost my daughter. So I'm a wreck. And one thing about pain, regardless of the calling, regardless of how much you know the invisible world and you know the spiritual world, as a medium, I know nothing has been without purpose. Nothing has ever been without purpose. But as a mother, pain sucks, grief sucks, loss sucks. Angifuni ukuyipolisha bafowethu and angifuni ukupretenda as if all is well. Sometimes we act strong, do you understand? And angifuni ukuthi you think I'm always strong. As a medium, my calling is to heal, and I do heal, but there is this human aspect, which is a mother that has lost a child. So please bear with me. I'm sorry that I ninfage into my sorrow. Anyways, that's all we're going to talk about today. Painting the leaves of the forest. Painting leaves of the forest. In each and every one of us, there is a forest inside us. We paint leaves of pain every day. Leaves of the forest come in brown, they come in red, they are painted in brown, in red, in greens, in yellows. They change, and that is how pain is for us. When we paint leaves of our forest, remember that our body or our soul is a forest in which every day there is a leaf growing. What makes a tree stand out is the leaves in it, and that is what we are. Our soul is the forests where there's trees. Now, in painting the forest, we paint leaves every day, whether green, whether brown, whether red, depending on how deep the pain is within us or inside us. So when pain has become a partner, when pain has become part of you and has blown out the light in you, because pain has a way of blowing out the light in you. We often forget to take a glimpse of the sky behind the forest. We often forget to look at the sky behind the forest, and that is what pain does to all of us. We get consumed by the pain that we feel. We get overwhelmed. We get drained, exhausted by the pain, because pain has a way of making everything beautiful seem dark. Memories that we've shared with our loved ones, or memories that we've shared with people we knew, or people that we have lost along the way, are meant to be light, are meant to carry us through. But pain and grief has a way of making it seem very difficult, which is where I am this week. And it's not about me only, it's about people who've lost hope, people who've lost courage to go on, people who've painted the leaves brown from the day they've lost this loved one up until now. And all these leaves are brown, and in spring, everything has to breathe life again. Everything has to come alive again, or get revived. Give birth. Spring is one season that is meant to give birth to something new. So with us, we have painted the forest brown, that we've forgotten about the other seasons or the other colors of life that is painting our forest. We are so drowned by pain, or we are drowning in pain. So I wanted us to speak about the sky and what is behind this pain, and the sky behind the pain, the light, the sun behind this forest that you've painted. Tears are treasure. Tears are treasure, and God treasures them the most. So there's something special about tears. I was listening to this guy trying to explain what makes our body, what makes our eyes cry, and he says it is when our body is so overwhelmed by emotion that it cannot take it anymore, then it cries. It's when your body feels this strong emotion and it cries. That's tears. But for me, tears are like crystals. There's absolutely no explanation or no description to a crystal. Like it's this thing that it's just so beautiful, and that's how God sees pain and sees tears. And tears have a way of describing exactly how you feel about something. So it's not a shame to cry. It's really not a shame to cry and cry out. But in crying, when the sky cries, eventually there has to be a rainbow and there has to be a sun. So even with us, as we cry and paint this forest, we need to take a glimpse of the sky behind. And so I'm going to talk about hope. And before I get into the time when we need just to hope or smile, nothing more, nothing less. I want to get to that part, but I want to explain the rooms of the heart, because our heart is filled with the rooms. Our hearts are filled with a room called the love room, and the people's room, the mistakes room, and the graveside room. That's the biggest room in our hearts, and it is so amazing, if I should say that, or so shocking, or so, I don't know, yamangalisa, amazing, I think. Yamangalisa how we often, in a day, how many times we open the door to that room, the graveside room. We open it so often in our lives that we every day, like in a day, in an hour, you open it severally. That's the room where we keep all the lost stuff. Okay. There is a saying that some of us are merely just here to fix lost things, find lost things for others. Sometimes your purpose our sole purpose is just to come on earth and fix and find lost things that others have lost, and it has deeply affected their forest. That is the purpose that some of us have. We are not here for our own mission, but for others, to find things for others. We don't often think about that. We are just here to fix broken hearts, if I should say that. And you search, you look, you search, and you get to the love room where there's broken hearts and broken promises and warmth, and in warmth there's despair, there's fear, there's kindness. The love room is so complicated. The love room is so complicated because it has a lot of things. And when each time we get into the love room with tears, for some reason, it turns dark. And when the love room turns dark, then we take certain things, kindness, sweetness, humility, motivation, we take it to the graveside room. We open the graveside room and everything we throw in there. The mistake room, how we often think of what mistakes we've done and trying so hard to fix it. The mistake room is very busy because it's where we try to fix and try to be our best, where we try our best to fix certain things. You go into the mistakes room and you try to fix the past, and you try to fix some of the things. Some are fixable. Some of the things that you've done, and some of the things that you're not even responsible for. Some emotions that you're not even responsible for. Some mistakes that you're not even responsible for. You try to fix it, and with the mistakes room, the problem is that when things cannot be fixed, we give up. It turns dark. We give up. The light goes, the hope goes, courage goes, self-esteem goes. There is a room for self-esteem as well. Self-esteem goes because you are trying to fix and you fail. So it has a lot of emotions of failure and discouragement. And then we take everything that is lost in there. We throw it into the graveside room. Now we come to the people's room. I don't really want to get into the people's room too much because it's just so, it's work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of judgment. It's a lot of trying to fit in, trying to play this role, trying to pretend as if being fake. So the people's room is very, is forever confusing and is draining. You can lose yourself in the people's room. You can lose yourself in trying to please others, and trying to make yourself fit. That is what the people's room is in our heart. And so when judgment and overwhelms you, or when judgment crowds you in the people's room, it can stuck, and you spend most of the time, because you are not accepted in the people's room, you spend most of your time in the graveside room. So the graveside room is where, when I say we open it a lot of times, the graveside room is very dark. And the graveside room, there is little sign of hope. There's little sign of miracles, magic. There's little side of inner peace, happiness, love. So it gets so dark and so cold and so lonely that if you are lucky, you turn yourself into a shadow. Some are not as lucky. You turn into a shadow of yourself. You become a shadow of yourself. That's what the graveside room does to others. The other half, it becomes a real graveside. And that's the last case scenario. The graveside room can become, when often opened, when often visited in your heart, can turn into a real gravesite, can turn into your gravesite, a cemetery. Ithuna elisenhlizweni mawulivakashela kakhulu, le room eliyithuna enhlizweni yakho mawulivakashela so many times, liyakwazi ukujika libe yithunela ngempela. You afford when you just only become a shadow than becoming a real gravesite. But I want to say this. Sometimes you just need a little bit of hope and a little bit of sunshine and the light. No matter how much that or the light has been blown out, just try one last time to that candle or to light that light in your heart. One last time. Give it a last time, one last kick of a dying horse. Light that candle and turn on that light in your heart, because you cannot let it be dark for long, that it consumes you. And find peace. And as you go into these rooms, each day at a time, try to fix one thing. And if it's not fixable, let it be. That's what. There is times where you have to lean on someone or something. I lean on Chigi here, my friend. Or I feed from my son's smile. Because I've lost my sunshine, I still have a pillar to lean on, which is my son. So find one thing. Tiggy here knows all my sorrows and all my sadness. But find something. Find this light. Draw this last sketch of leaves, or this last batch of leaves. Paint the last batch of your leaves in a different shade, in a different color, and enjoy it. So lastly, I want to say this. There is an angel I know by name, an angel called Siamtanda, who left this world at 16 years old. She was very beautiful. She had a kind heart. She had a very attractive smile. Her smile can brighten your day. Her smile can make everything sad seem like sunshine, seem like nothing. She had a smile that could make every bit of sorrow seemed like nothing. I loved her. She was mine for that purpose, just to bring sunshine in my life. Nothing has been without purpose, and her purpose was to spend 16 years of her life with me. And may her soul, may her precious soul continue to rest in peace and continue to be an angel and continue to shine bright, because I know as much as she loved stars, she became a star. She is one of the stars, and I'm grateful that I was blessed to be called her mom. Nyanthanda nonke, please subscribe to my channel. Coolio.